All right, so here's your #1 featherweight contender. He got through a murderer's row to set up this shot at the title, and he knows this may not come around again. He's trying to make the most of it here tonight and head back home, the newly minted UFC featherweight champion of the world.
The winning streaks that you have to have in order to get a featherweight championship opportunity is so great that when you get here, you have to make sure you're ready. This young man is ready. He's prepared mentally. He's prepared physically to go out there and try to become a champion. He told us time and time again, I'm the next Max Holloway. Let's see if he can get it done.
It is so hard to get to this spot at 45, 55, 70. He has done it. Now the question beckons, is he good enough to dethrone the champ? All right, so here's the UFC featherweight champion, Ilia Topuria, undefeated when he arrived at the title fight against Alexander Volkanovski, and he was able to break through and get the job done. There is an undeniable sophistication to his game. He is a layered striker. He can grapple, he can wrestle. I haven't seen anything resembling a weakness on film, but I think his greatest asset is his ability to stay calm, cool, and collected in combat, and also to exercise some patience when it comes to pursuing a finish. He's one of the best finishers in the division, but it is never forced, it is never bat out of hell, and that's why right now he's the hunted and not Volkanovski at 145 pounds. Well, so much UFC history has played out here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Plenty more where that came from tonight. The athletes are ready to go. And now our tale of the tape for this featherweight championship fight. And now to get us started, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Featherweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Merab Dvalishvili. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Featherweight Champion of the world, Ilia Topuria.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready. Good.
All right, it's usually all offense all the time out of Merab Dvalishvili, the Georgian, the Team Serra-Longo staple. As this round gets underway, you got to think he's going to go to the takedown early and often, and he doesn't get discouraged when the opposition gets back up. He chains his takedowns together as good as anyone in this bantamweight division, and he believes that will be the path of least resistance here tonight. Beautiful hook. Counters with a straight right hand. That'll work.
Those are big strikes.
Oh, beautifully placed and time kick there by Ilia Topuria.
Good jab there by the champion. Yeah, he's hurt really bad.
Oh, massive right hand. Oh, huge left.
Nice takedown, yep.
All right, try to pass here. As Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard. There it is, now he's running them out.
We have crossed the midpoint here in our opening round. Topuria's in half guard.
Oh, nice right hand by the champ, yeah. That was nice.
Working from the top here. Pretty good grounded pound here by Topuria. Oh, he's setting up for a submission now. Oh, looks like he's got that arm pinned in the triangle now. Oh, looks tight to me. Oh, he is out. How good is that?
That is phenomenal submission defense by this young man.
All right, DC, half guard position here. You've done a lot of good work in this spot in your career.
Oh, man, I love this position. And you see this fighter today loves it, too. It is the most secure position in fighting. You get an underhook on one side, you keep a half guard on the other, and then you just go to work. It's the safest position, especially for a wrestler.
Dvalishvili's in half guard now. Working out of the half guard here. Closed guard here. He's very comfortable here working off of his back, DC. Dvalishvili's right back to the full mount here. Pretty accurate there from bottom position. Dvalishvili ground and pound from half guard now. Round two next. What a round it was for him, DC, and of course the seminal moment, that big knockdown that he will try to piggyback on here in this next round.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he builds off of the momentum that he gets from that last round. How does he deal with the success that he had and not push too hard too early trying to find the finish? You have to let it come to you as the knockdown came to you in the previous round.
Well, he had a lot more than a puncher's chance coming in. Big knockdown for him in the previous round. DC, talk us through the highlight.
He got in his opponent's face, landed that big punch that put his opponent flat on his back. He couldn't get the finish, but if he lands one more time just like that, he will get the victory.
Here we are, early round two. Lands a shot to the leg. Ooh, looks like that shot was blocked. The left hook lands on the top. Oh, a huge shot finds the target there.
Great shot lands. Now he's got to go find that follow-up attempt. The kill shot is what they call it, to go and end the fight. There you go. There you go. Big right hook there by the champ. You see him put himself into the half guard. Likes the control, yep.
All right, he's got him in the north-south position.
He's in a dominant position. Look at him attacking the wrist.
Ooh, that Kimura looks tight. Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory. Great job changing the position and getting that reversal.
Oh, he's got the knee on the belly. Could be trouble defensively.
He needs to shove the knee, hip heist, and get back up to your feet.
All right, north-south position now. We'll see who transitions first. All right, so some high-level stuff there on the ground, but as they make their way back to the feet, a huge response from the crowd, no surprise. A huge connection by him there.
He needs to get on his bicycle, John. He needs to get into space so that he doesn't get finished. Get right here. Guillotine jump. You better protect your neck when you fight this guy because he's got the guillotine locked in. But if he wants to...
You gotta be kidding me, he's out. Nice job by him to still be a threat off of his back. All right, side control now, DC. When you get side control in a fight, what are you looking at?
When I get to the side control in the fight, and I believe this young man should do the same thing, it's secure first. Grab everything in tight. Make sure your elbows are in. Make sure you've got something locked in so your opponent doesn't just squirm away. Punch short punches, but try to make the opponent make a choice. Either he turns back into you, you take your front headlock, or he turns in the opposite direction, you throw your hook in, and you start looking to get his choke off.
Really maximizing his shots here on the ground. Oh, another strike lands from the top.
Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Well, you know he's comfortable fighting off his back.
Way to stay aware and stay safe defensively.
Dvalishvili's back in half guard. He's very comfortable here. 10 minutes in the books.
Let's get back and regroup. Take a deep breath and recover. Your wrestling wasn't sharp last round. You were forcing the shots. Remember what we did in the gym.
All right, so there's the horn. That means it's the end of the round, and a lot of good offensive wrestling work from him over those previous 5 minutes.
I mean, great offensive wrestling. Every time he changed levels and got to his opponent's legs, he was able to secure the takedown. Let's see what type of fatigue his opponent will carry into the next round.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Oh, he didn't seem too phased, but that high kick definitely got through. Dvalishvili gets the single leg takedown. Well played. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. All right, close guard now. You got to be careful, though. He's got a lot of submissions off his back. Dvalishvili's back in half guard, very comfortable here. All right, he's got the full mount now. Is this one of the most dominant positions in MMA? Is that fair to say?
It's a very dominant position. It's one of the most ideal positions you can get to, especially if you are fighting someone that doesn't truly understand that they're not in as much danger. This is a terrible position.
3 minutes to go in round 3. Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Dvalishvili. Ooh, arm triangles in tight.
It's getting in very tight. How in the world did he escape that submission?
Well, we'll see who has the edge here as they get back to their feet after a pretty engaged battle there on the ground.
And both of these guys should feel pretty satisfied because they both had their moments and they both showed true skill on the ground.
Picture perfect shot there, DC, and one more of those, he might be out.
I mean, the fight is going to be over. I can't believe he's still standing. That shot landed perfect.
Just out of range with that left hook.
Trading clean shots. Let's see who's going to be the last man standing.
Strong outside leg kick.
He's going guillotine. He's really working hard for this guillotine, but he can't pull out his arms. He's got to make sure it's secure.
Oh, what a beautiful counter to the guillotine there. Inside mount. Oh, great submission defense. Can't get it. Good awareness by the defensive fighter. All right, he's in a half-guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would think.
A lot of damage can be done from the half guard. You sit back on that leg, you press down into your opponent, you drop elbows, you drop punches. What is very key is you controlling the underhook on the far side. If you give up that underhook, your opponent can use the half guard to build up to an elbow, sweep, or just chase down a single leg.
10 seconds to go in the round. Lands with the ground and pound. That's 3 rounds. We're now headed to the championship rounds.
Deep breath, relax. Great job out there. I'm proud of you. That's the way we dominate someone on the ground. This guy, he's ready to be put away.
All right, so there's the horn at the end of the round. Multiple takedowns landed for him over the previous 5 minutes.
And you know what, John? Even more importantly, look at the opponent now. He's afraid to pull the trigger because he's been taken down so many times. Getting taken down is one thing, but having it happen to you continuously really does make you gun shy. And right now, he's very tentative to let his offense go because of the fear of getting taken down back to the mat again.
All right, here's round 4. Fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All All right, here we go. The tension is palpable. Fourth round is underway. You've got a thing or two to say about these championship rounds.
The fourth round is easily the hardest round to fight. You're so used to fighting up to three. You got to get back off of that stool. And this is a real test of your skill's desire to want to fight.
And back to his feet.
Oh, my goodness, what a kick.
Now goes in and secures the takedown. Dvalishvili's in half guard. Landing strikes nicely here from top position. Right into side control. North-south position now. Perhaps the crowd will get its collective mind out of the gutter. Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. Quick hip movement there, and he does indeed get back to his feet. Nicely done. Oh, nice combination there. He is just killing him with volume tonight.
Jab, right hand, body shot. I mean, kicks. What a masterful show of different techniques and ability to throw a combination.
Pretty good position here with the single collar in the clinch. Stuffs the takedown. All right, working inside the closed guard now. Fighter trying to pass here, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do.
Oh, he's going for a choke here. This could be tough. Oh, look out, folks. That is tight.
It looks like it's getting going.
Also, how about that position over submission as he bails on the sub?
I think that's a great job. You got to make sure you don't end up in a worse position because you're trying to score a submission.
Nicely done. All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Under a minute now to go in this one.
Nice shots landing from the top position.
These ground strikes are starting to add up.
Now he's going full mount. This is where he wants to be. This man is landing brutal.
Huge elbow there. 10 seconds to go in round 4. Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Dvalishvili. 20 minutes down, potentially 5 to go. All right, so the round is over, but not before damage was done. Cut on the cheek, sustained in that round. Cut man in there quickly as usual to try to seal it up.
He's slowing down.
All right, so there is the horn. At times in that previous round, I didn't think we'd get here after that head kick nearly had him out of there.
It was a good round leading up to that. But when you take a head kick like that, when your opponent gets your entire body into that kick, usually the night's over. Very tough to still be standing, but he can't take many more like that.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
5th and final round. Oh, nice jab to the head by Topuria.
Another punch to the head. Oh, he's stuck in the guillotine. Great submission defense on full display by the opponent.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Dvalishvili.
Oh, he's going triangle here.
Ooh, this could be it. That thing is tight.
That arm triangle is deep.
Oh, bails on the submission now.
Nice transition.
Nice positional control here. Just over 3 minutes now to go in the fight. Oh, big shots raining down. All right, looks as though that strike maybe opened up a cut around the eye area.
Yeah, it looks like that strike opened up a cut, John, but it's nothing to worry about now, but he's got to start to protect it. He's got to be careful here.
Good work from the top here by Dvalishvili. All right, feet on the hips here. And there it is, another strike on the ground, gets through.
All these actions, though, these big actions got to wear on the gas tank of both guys.
Topuria's trying to lock up on a submission now.
That guillotine looks very painful, and he's very close to the finish, but he cannot rush. He cannot allow his opponent to get to his back. He's off. What submission defense on this play?
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Dvalishvili. All right, so he can't get it here. Again, good awareness by the defensive fighter.
Oh, he's got to be careful there, yep.
All right, well, that blow is buffeting from that cut with each strike landed, and he continues to effectively target that area.
You know, we are talking about a guy with a super high fight IQ.
You need to fight back.
So when you give him that,
Oh, heavy shots raining down. "20 seconds to go in the fight." Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Dvalishvili.
he's got to be careful here.
Oh, man. Oh, what a finish to this one as we go the full 25 minutes. Stand and cheer, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so there it is, the final horn, a lifetime of work, all building to this moment, and the underdog challenger comes up large with his striking game tonight. He's going to be the new champ.
I mean, he came up big in a massive spot. He was the underdog. He wasn't supposed to get this done. He relied on what got him here, the striking, to take the title from the long-reigning champion.
All right, the official decision is now in. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest, 49-46. Declared the winner by unanimous decision, and new undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Merab the Machine Dvalishvili.
Oh, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. We have a new UFC featherweight champion. You didn't necessarily see this coming a mile away, but you thought maybe he could get it done, and maybe